Attention all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Congressman Mike Haridopolos, are you ready for the millions of New Yorkers who are continuing to come down to your estate? That's the first question.
Well, it is amazing. He is the best real estate agent we have. We appreciate the good work of the mayor. Communism where everyone shares the misery equally. Thank you very much, Mayor Mandami.
But what are some of the other issues? You know, you've got a big governor's election going on right now in Florida, and I don't think that the polls are too troubling. It looks like Byron Donalds is going to be there, and they'll have continued. Remember, Florida used to be a swing state, but it becomes more and more red and more decisively pro-capitalist and pro-American every day. But what are some of the other issues that you're facing there? I mean, honestly, it's still a big barometer of America, as hard as it is for a New Yorker like me to say.
No, it is still the place to be. I mean, as you know, no state income tax. We're attracting a lot of those big companies northeast and one of the boom industries, of course, is the space industry. You saw the recent valuation of SpaceX, $1.75 trillion. And you're seeing huge investments there. It's really booming because people are voting with their feet. They realize that New York is not the same anymore, and they realize in Florida you get a lot more for your money. And so people are moving down here, not just for the weather or for the tourism, but for the jobs of the future. And so we're booming because other states just can't compare. Because at the end of the day, what the unique American experiment is all about is this boring term called federalism. Federalism is voting with your individuals.
And Congressman is rubber banding a little bit. We're talking to Congressman Mike Haridopolos, and we'll try to get a better connection with him. Another issue we probably could talk with him about is the fact that there are a lot of Venezuelans who live in Florida.
A lot of
And clearly right now, that's going to be an issue.
By the way, the other thing, NASA is part of his district.
Okay.
So you could ask him anything you like about NASA.
So I don't know if he can hear us now, but...
That's what he's trying
Not
to
yet.
say.
Or we're trying to get a better connection with them. Cocoa Beach. And by the way,
Are we trying to call him back?
Yeah, we're trying to call him back. By the way, if you've never been to a launch in Cocoa Beach, particularly at night, I highly recommend it because if you go, they let you get pretty close relatively to the launch pad.
Wow.
And as you watch it, which is amazing to see, and the spacecraft flies over your head, you feel the heat, the intense heat of the rocket boosters. It's incredible.
You've been there too?
It was just a visit. I didn't live there, Fernando. Give me a break. Going to these launches is something I highly recommend, something that New Yorkers are completely unaware of that we should check out. All right, Congressman, you're back. We were waxing poetic about the fact that you represent, and you mentioned it a little bit, the space industry, and I was telling everyone that you got to go to these launches, especially these night launches. It's such a great thing in Cocoa Beach.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, what's really neat, and literally when they take off, remember, they take off every 2.5 days now. That's how prolific the flights are going off. If you go one of these flights at midnight, it's literally 12 noon for about 30 seconds. That's the power and thrust of these engines that go off, and it's creating the satellite networks that connect us all around the world today. And they're also the future of the military. As you know, we need all of these to make sure that our men and women in the military have those GPS technology and can maneuver around the world successfully. It's an exciting time. And in the next few years, we're actually going to have a moon base and propel ourselves to Mars because of the South Pole there.
And Congressman Mike Haridopolos, this isn't just about NASA. This is about helping Americans economically. You know, for years, the argument against the space program was, we got all these problems here on Earth, we can't... But if we get satellites, for example, with solar panels that can capture solar power at much higher intensity than we do here on the ground, and we can have AI data centers in space instead of in here, I mean, this is going to create finally some power surplus for us and some money. I mean, you talk about the SpaceX IPO. This is no longer we can't afford it anymore thing, is it?
No, it is not. As again, it is proven by the SpaceX valuation at almost $2 trillion. It's the future. It's where innovation is coming from. And look, no one wants a data center in their backyard. And Elon Musk has proven over and over again, whether it be a Tesla, SpaceX, PayPal, of course now what used to be Twitter. I mean, he has revolutionized the way we do business every day. He's giving blind people the ability to see. I have a lot of confidence that he's going to break through a lot of technologies so we reduce energy costs and don't have some of these concerns that people have about AI data centers, which, of course, use a lot of energy, let alone water.
Congressman, have you met Elon Musk?
I have. I don't interact with him regularly, but I have met him. As you know, I chair the space committee here in the Congress, and we could not be more thrilled that we have billionaires in my backyard spending a lot of money, creating a hell of a lot of jobs. Because remember, Florida used to be known as kind of service jobs, Disney jobs. Now you have this space industry here. We have a lot of the big military contractors down here. So it's become a big high tech, or what they call basically the STEM program, science, technology, engineering, and math, because we're simply doing it better. We actually have school choice instead of being run by the unions like they are in New York.
Let's talk about Blue Origin, because we've talked about SpaceX. Blue Origin, they've got a ways to go. They had that crash on the launch pad recently. But listen, every business needs good competition. So as much as you're interacting with SpaceX, and they're the leaders right now in private aviation for sure, I don't think there's really much arguing that. What can you do? I mean, let's get back to our first question. How can you invite more business into the area and so that there is more competition?
Well, that's a beautiful thing. When you guys come on down here, when you eventually leave New York, you'll actually come to my district. And they have, again, Blue Origin, ESA, Relativity. There's even a new company called Stoke. These are all rocket companies that have now started to compete with SpaceX. But Blue Origin's a fantastic company. Yeah, they had that problem on the launch pad, but they figured that out, I think. And they're the ones who are also going to be landing on the moon. It's not just the SpaceX lander, but Blue Origin also has a contract with NASA to be the second lander that will go into the moon. And so they're doing great work. Again, one thing that Elon Musk has said, and I believe, space is hard. So you're going to have some challenges. The good news is, as you know, with that recent explosion, it was a static test. No astronauts were on board. Yes, we had an explosion, but they're already ramping up their activities because I want that competition. That's what drives down costs, and that's what allowed this industry to really, no pun intended, take off.
Elon Musk has really brought down the cost and efficiencies. I mean, I was very, very disgusted that I've been in the aviation industry for 50 years, maybe 60. And the fact is, we had the Concorde, 70-year-old technology, and we have not replaced the Concorde with supersonic airplanes at all in the aviation industry. In the space industry, I mean, we haven't come that far. I mean, Elon Musk is making progress by being able to create rocket ships that take off and land, so you don't just throw them away in the Atlantic Ocean all over again. So Elon Musk has done a lot for the space industry.
Oh, no doubt, John. You're exactly right. And that's the future. I mean, again, you're going to see eventually tourism. You're going to see people living on the moon because of the innovative things he takes on. And when Elon Musk challenges people like that, other innovators come in and play hard. And that's what we're trying to do. To your point, for too long, this technology was static. Now it's changing, and I think much for the better. And it is bringing down costs radically to put things up in space, more than tenfold in the recent years.
Well, the one thing we know is that there won't be a rent freeze on the moon. Congressman.
Yeah. Thank you, Congressman, for coming on. And
Mike Haridopolos.
And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah, no rent freeze.
And now,
have a great weekend, guys.
Thank you.